Hi everybody, welcome to 5 Minutes with Santi. Today we're going to talk about postponing the U.S. presidential election. Right from the get-go, I can tell you guys, it ain't gonna happen. Which is exactly the same thing that my wife tells me every single time I ask her to watch the UFC fight with me on Saturdays. She's like, if I wanted to watch two half-naked, sweaty men wrestle on the floor, I'd just go to Pornhub. It's better. Trump started a huge controversy, or a shit show if you will, as per usual, this week with this tweet. With universal mail-in voting, not absentee voting, which is good. And by the way guys, mail-in voting and absentee voting are considered pretty much the same thing across the board in the country, so I don't even know what that means. 2020 will be the most inaccurate and fraudulent election in history. Which history? Global history? American history? This is so vague. It will be a great embarrassment to the USA. Well, Trump, I hate to say this, but you are already an embarrassment to this country. Delayed the election until people can properly, securely, and safely vote. This is a stupid tweet, and to prove that, I can tell you guys that this is exactly what I sounded like when I knew I was going to fail all my exams in college. With all these exams and midterms, not partying, which is good, very good, partying is amazing. Winter 2020 will be the most inaccurate and fraudulent semester in history. I was speaking about my personal history in this one. It will be a great embarrassment to my mom and the university. My mom was never really embarrassed me. The university maybe a little bit. Delay the exams until I can properly, securely, and safely study. I'm simply drawing a parallel between the presidential tweet, which was remarkably stupid, and this tweet, which was also remarkably stupid. Listen, Trump, the answer is very simple. No, it's not gonna happen. Even Republican Senator Mitch McConnell, who looks like an old potato you left on the counter unattended for too long, it's saying that this is a ridiculous thought. It's never been done before, not even in times of war or whatever the hell.
Well, never in the history of the country, through wars, depressions, and the Civil War, have we ever not had a federally scheduled election on time. And we'll find a way to do that again this November 3rd.
It's just completely anti-constitutional and, to be honest, borderline dictatorshipy. I know that dictatorshipy is not a word, I just made that up. And quite frankly, I don't understand why mail-in voting works for some other countries like Canada. I'm Canadian, I voted via mail, and it was perfectly fine. And I hate bringing Canada into the mix when it comes to politics, but let's be honest, America's Trump just sounds like that kid in school you don't want to be associated with because, you know, whenever you do a project with him, he doesn't do any of the work and he takes all of the credit. Whereas Canada sounds like that nerdy, geeky person. She smells kind of funny, she's kind of weird, but she knows all of the answers, so it's safe. You go with her. And that's right, Canada is sushi in this joke. And I totally understand why people have trust issues with the post office because they suck.
You trust the Postal Service to deliver your vote?
I never have, honestly. I don't know if I would.
Have you ever had anything lost in the mail?
I absolutely have.
I just don't trust the mail. That's true.
I don't trust it.
Why not?
I don't know, I'm scared that it might get lost in the mail. I just want to make sure that my vote is submitted.
That's right, the post office has like a 90% batting average, which is good if you compare it to pulling out, which is about 80% batting average. But if you compare it to a condom, which is about 99.8% efficiency, it's not that great. Listen, a 10% error in a major presidential election like the one coming up is very significant. This is why the post office is doing whatever they can to ensure that the accuracy of the results is about 99.8%, just like a condom.
The Postmaster General declined our request for an interview, but in an email, the Postal Service told us it's, quote, committed to delivering election mail in a timely manner. And it says it can handle the expected surge and that it is working with election officials to help with that effort and to educate the public. But guys, Gail, the Postal Service also says, get this, it cannot guarantee any delivery date with your ballot. So the recommendation nationally is don't wait. Get that thing in the mail early, early, early.
Listen guys, the point of this episode is very simple. The election is not going to be rigged because of mail-in voting. This is as simple as this. If you are going to do mail-in voting, do it as early as you possibly can to ensure that your vote gets accounted for. If you feel totally uncomfortable with this idea, you can go in person and do it in person. Whatever you gotta do, just vote. It's not gonna be rigged. Stop saying that. This is a developed country. I know it hasn't felt like that for the past 4 years, and we don't wanna go into a trajectory that's totally destructive like the one that Mr. Trump is trying to accomplish. Thank you so much for watching 5 Minutes with Santi. I really appreciate it, guys. If you like what you see, make sure you share with your friends and family. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.